Mr. McAwee, captain of the podcast. Mr. Jankowitz, glorified fact checker. I'm Mr. Norton, the warden. You are convicted podcast listeners. That's why they sent you to me. I believe in two things: baseball and belly up sports. Here, you'll receive both. But it's not just baseball with belly up. There's news and podcasts that cover the NBA, NHL, NASCAR, the NFL, and my personal favorite, fantasy. For instance, my quarterback, Kyler Murray. Lord, it's a miracle. Man up and vanished like a fart in the wind. I want you to subscribe. Not tomorrow, not after breakfast, now. You understand me? Catch my drift? Or am I being obtuse? Put your faith in belly up. Your ass belongs to me. Welcome to Baseball and Whatever.
Hello and happy Thanksgiving. This is Baseball and Whatever. This is episode 33. I'm Justin. There's Vinny. And apparently we are being visited by the warden from Shawshank
Ghost of the warden.
The ghost of the warden.
Yes. Yeah.
He gone.
He's well done, Greg. These ad reads are getting excellent. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. So well done.
Thank you.
Yes. Happy Thanksgiving. It is Wednesday, Black Wednesday. We are a shell of our former selves. None of us are going out on a Black Wednesday. We're all inside podcasting right now. So I think I went out once. I think I went out once on Black Wednesday in all my years in college. I wasn't too exciting. So I don't know about you guys, but do you guys ever go out on Black Wednesday?
I think I did once.
I think I learned about Black Wednesday like far too late for me to like go out and actually want to do it. And like, no, I'm good. So.
Yeah,
I did Black Wednesday, Thursday through Friday, or Thursday through Saturday in
there
college.
You go.
So I mean,
there
just doing it on another day didn't matter.
I know. I was shocked. My cousin, who she's a senior at Iowa, she's in town for Thanksgiving, so she came over tonight to see Maddie. And I'm like, you're a senior in college and you're coming here instead of going out on Black Wednesday? She's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm like, oh, wow. Okay, cool. So
lucky you, Justin.
I know. Maddie rates higher than college drinking. So good for her. Anyway, when you're
a senior in college, you don't really care about that anymore.
Not anymore.
It's legal and
it's not as cool. So, but anyway, we are Baseball and Whatever. Welcome. Happy Thanksgiving. This is episode 33. If this is your first time finding us, thank you. We talk about baseball for the first half of the show, followed by whatever we want. This week, obviously, it's Thanksgiving. So we're going to talk about our favorite Thanksgiving traditions, Thanksgiving foods, Thanksgiving movies, media, I guess you could say, TV shows.
Anything Thanksgiving
really. Related. So
stories. I've got a little
some Black Friday.
Got a little Black Friday treat for you later with some visuals. So don't worry, all visuals. Appropriate. But it was a Thanksgiving week. We'll keep it Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So before we get into the baseball and then our Thanksgiving talk, we like to hear from our listeners. So first off, we have the text line, which if you'd like to write into us and either text us or leave us a voicemail that we can play on the air, our number is 1-913-808-FART or 1-913-808-3278. So we got one text from the text line this week. Vinny, take it away.
Dr. Mantis Toboggan, MD, writes in, sends a GIF or a GIF. I had an argument with my mother about this.
I always say GIF.
It's GIF because it's graphic interface, something or another.
Yes.
So you get the good GIF. So he sends a GIF of Arnold from Commando for best 80s movies. Although I'm pretty sure he's more of a Predator guy because he likes the lineup in Predator a lot better.
Oh God, I'm gonna feel really bad if that GIF was from Predator and I mistook it.
It wasn't. It was from Commando. I looked it up because when you wrote that, I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure he meant Predator, but it was Commando. So maybe he got it wrong. I don't know.
Could be.
Dr. Mantis Toboggan, let us know.
Yeah, tell us what you think. Yeah, Commando there's so many good one-liners. My favorite is when Arnold kills the guy on the plane. And then he closes his eyes and puts a blanket over him, and he tells the flight attendant, "Don't bother my friend. He's dead tired." Was that a good Arnold impression? Could that be our next?
That was pretty good.
Yeah. I liked it. Yeah.
Or
better than your Hawk Harrelson one.
Remember when I told you I'd kill you last? I lied. Also from Commando.
Okay.
Anyway, we're going to move on. Okay. Also, we have our emails, tweets, and YouTube comments, which we have a couple from today. If you'd like to get a hold of us on there, you can email us at bellyupsports@gmail.com. I'm sorry. Whoa, I am way off today. Let me try that again. You can email us at baseballandwhatever@gmail.com or baseballandwhateverpodcast@bellyupsports.com. You can tweet us at baseballandwhat, or you go to YouTube, search baseball and whatever. You'll see our channel and you can comment on our videos and we will read your comments. So Greg, take it away.
Thank you, Justin. Before I get to that, Vinny, did you have any 33s?
Oh yeah, good call.
For this podcast?
Yes.
I
got a ton.
I had some trouble with the Cubs. I came up with like 2.
There weren't many.
Yeah, okay.
There weren't many.
2 came to mind.
It was bad.
For the White Sox, I remember a ton really quick. I remember Lance Lynn, obviously, who wears it now. James McCann, big game James. A lot of pitchers. Another pitcher that comes to mind, Edwin Jackson, Javi Vasquez, and my personal favorite, Aaron Rowand.
Aaron Rowand was a guy that I always wished would have ended up on the Cubs. He seemed like a great Cubs pitcher, or Cubs player, I should say. Man, I am all out of it today. Holy cow.
Wow.
Yikes.
You missed a couple. You had James Shields. You missed Zach Duke. He was in there for 33.
When he was a Pirate.
Yeah, he was traded to St. Louis for Charlie Tilson, I remember.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
And for one season, David Wells.
Oh my
God.
David Wells. Yeah, Mike Sorotka was at 33, I think, in the 90s.
Yes.
So.
Yes, he was. 97 or 97 to 2000.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I got a couple Blackhawks. I got 2 Blackhawks.
I know one Blackhawk.
I know, everyone knows one.
Yeah.
That would be Dustin Byfuglien, number 33.
Yeah.
Before that, he was number 52, and then I think he changed his number like 2 seasons in. And then you got former captain in the 90s, Dirk Graham of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Yes, good job.
He was
88 to 95.
That was back in the day when the best player on the team wasn't always the captain. He was just a middle of the road, decent veteran, but he was captain for a while. 33. I'm trying to think. I almost said Jimmy Anderson the year he pitched on the Cubs, but I don't think that's correct. Who's the Cubs pitcher? Cubs players, Vinny?
Yeah, Cubs players, Carlos Villanueva.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, I was going to say, can I have the other one I thought of? Glendon Rush was one of them. The other guy I had,
he followed me on Twitter for a short period of time.
I can't remember if he was 33 or 30, but Bill Miller, former third baseman, I thought he was 33, but he might have been 30. I can't remember.
Yes.
But he was.
From 2001 to 2002, Miller's
like
Muell.
Yeah. And he went to Boston and won I think he won a batting champ title in Boston, didn't he?
The other guy that came to mind was their manager, Dale Swain.
Oh, that guy sucks.
So.
I had 2 more for the Cubs.
Okay.
This one's really going to hurt. It's probably one of Theo Epstein's top 3 mistakes.
Edwin Jackson?
DJ LeMahieu.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for the illustrious.
That one hurts.
Ian Stewart.
That hurts.
Blech.
Yeah. And then Clayton Richard.
Oh, I didn't mind him.
Okay.
I didn't mind Clayton Richard.
Okay.
Yeah, he was okay. He was decent. Any others from the Bears or Bulls?
I think the Bulls one's pretty obvious.
Scotty Pippen.
Yeah. Pippen. Pippen's the only one. Ooh. No Tippin.
I feel like somebody needs to do a family like a house call on him to make an intervention to make sure he's doing okay, because he's saying saying some weird shit again the other day.
Yeah, they should do intervention. It's Always Sunny style.
Yes, intervention.
They're wine in the can. Yeah,
wine in the
just
can,
yelling at him. Blackhawks, you miss Scott Darling.
Oh God, yeah, I was gonna say, that makes sense. Yep,
Vermont native. Yep, and then for the Bears, do you guys got any? You guys should at least have one.
Peanut Tillman.
I have one more.
Yep,
I remember in more recent times, Jeremy Langford, the running back.
Oh yeah,
I thought was going to be amazing.
Do you remember who drafted him?
Was it
not Phil Emery?
No, it was a Ryan Pace draft.
Was it Ryan Pace pick? Like a 4th rounder or something?
I'm 90% sure. Yeah, he was.
I think you're right.
Ryan Pace's first draft.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yep, that sounds right.
That just shows you how long he's been here.
Jeez, he needs to
too
go.
long.
We'll talk more about that in our Bears segment, but
I also had Jalen Johnson, He's wearing 33 this year.
Currently,
Duke Shelley wore it. And then from the 1960s on the all 60s team, Larry Morris for the old timers listening out there. So
gotcha.
Yep.
Nice.
That's all I had.
Nice. All right.
33s. There they are.
Good number. Well, hey,
I do like the number 33. That is a nice number.
I almost said it's a nice even number, which would not be correct. It's a nice odd number.
Math's not your strong suit.
No, that's why I don't teach math. But
anywho,
email, tweets, and comments. What do you got,
tweets,
Greg?
YouTube comments. Greg on Facebook. That is not me. I believe that is Greg Horn.
Yes, it is.
Is that your guy, Justin?
That is my buddy that we talked about, that we do the Arnold movies in the summer, which I think his top 5 were all Arnold movies.
I think it's all Arnold. He's got the Terminator, Predator, Commando, Twins, and The Running Man.
There was a rumor they were making a twin sequel called like Triplets, and it was going to be Danny DeVito, Arnold, and I want to say Eddie Murphy at one point.
Oh, really?
He was going to be the third twin. I didn't say it was going to be good.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Justin, I do picture you and Greg pulling the Dennis and Mac Sweet D thing with like Erica when you're gonna go over to their house or her house and watch, Predator, banging on there and complaining about the lineup and stuff. Or
I don't need to hear about how these guys packed on so much mass for the movie. Awesome.
I digress.
Good.
Glucosamine chondroitin on YouTube. Our guy checks in, or girl. I don't know. Do we know him?
I believe it's a he. I believe
it's a he. Okay.
Yeah.
In response to Rangers being a bad organization, did we say they were bad, or were we just confused?
We were talking about.
Oh, we did say they were bad. Okay,
we didn't
they
understand
are bad.
They were going to go after some free agents, but they're not really in any position to go after free agents. And then we talked about how their organization seems like it's kind of a shit show at times. So he wrote in about
seems like that way.
Yeah.
Dr. Condom chimes in and says, former major leaguer and current John Boy podcaster Trevor Plouffe said the Ranger front office treated him pretty badly. Kyle Seager's really quick on that. Yes, I listened to John Boy, and yes, Trevor Plouffe hates the Rangers, which is surprising. I know he played there to like finish off his career, but that guy says that guy's got a hard on for like every major league team. He seems like he just loves everything. So for him to say he hates the Rangers,
that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. He continues to say Kyle Seager's stats with runners on base and scoring position are insane compared to no one is crazy. Another thing John Boy pointed out, Jolly Olive did an American League standout stats video this year and pointed it out in that video. I believe that Jolly Olive, they do the Talkin' Mets podcast.
We got plenty of Mets stuff, I'm sure, earlier.
That more to come. Finalizing the correspondence, Ron chimes in. Excellent podcast. Really like the 80s movie discussion.
Yes.
Thank you, Ron.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ron.
All right. Greg's got some updates on some hot takes he's had or seen in the recent past, I guess. So, Greg, what do you want to share? What do you want? What's getting you angry these days?
So you try and prepare for the podcast. I'm an adamant professional.
You guys, we're supposed to prepare for this?
Well, you can.
Yes.
It's optional, I suppose.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's not mandatory.
Here I am. I'm trying to. Our next segment coming up is going to be our hot stove coverage.
Yes, that's good to prepare for.
Yep.
And so I'd like to, make sure the information is accurate as possible as it comes. So what do? You use the Googles, and you type in MLB hot stove, and it should take you to, the free agent trackers, the updated signing. Oh, but what is it you do? You type that in. The first or second choice is the MLB.com hot stove tracker. Oh, and what does it do? It takes you to 2021. The information is out of date. It's telling me that George Springer is still a free agent. This is MLB.com. This is baseball's main website. They don't know where the free agents are going. You have to divert to ESPN or CBS Sports. It's awful.
Are we really surprised, though?
No.
I mean, when you have Rob Manfred at the helm, I'm oddly curious if he even knows how the internet kind of works at this point, considering he doesn't even know how the trophy was valuable last season. I mean, I really don't like Rob Manfred at all. He just seems like a bag.
A boob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But yeah, I hear you, Greg. That's the SEO, the search engine optimization on that. It's like, come on, you guys need to be on top of
it
that.
should obviously default to it should default to MLB.com as the
free
first
agency tracker,
thing,
yeah.
but it doesn't. So just scroll on down. MLB you trade rumors, that'll do the job for
Check
you.
that out.
So okay, so Spider-Man trailer, second one came out. Vinny, I think you captured the screenshot. A second Green Goblin was spotted.
Dun, dun, dun.
It could be James Franco. It could be Dane DeHaan from The Amazing Spider-Man 2. If you had to choose between one of those two boobs, who are you choosing if they have to be in the newest movie, Vinny?
Well, if I'm just going by what's most likely going to happen, it's going to be Dane DeHaan, because I think James Franco has been canceled.
I was going to say
he's about everyone.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's some,
even Seth Rogen's canceled him, which that says a lot.
Yes.
If his best friend's going to do that,
when they're starting to back away, he's always been kind of I don't know. He's always, I mean, like, I've liked some of his movies, but you kind of look at him like there's something else there that he's got some skeletons in the closet.
As an actor in the movies he's in, I have liked the roles that he's
what was
in,
what was the movie where they're all stuck on Earth, like during the rapture? I don't remember.
This is the end.
This is the end. I really liked that movie. I thought that was pretty good. I liked that movie, but like I never saw Dane DeHaan. I did not see him as Green Goblin. I did not see that Spider-Man.
They made him an actual goblin.
Yeah.
Oh, then no.
He's like,
I don't even like James Franco, but is there a third option where neither or Willem Dafoe
possibly
comes back?
Maybe it's going to be some new Goblin.
Well, William Dafoe is back, so if they go like the Hobgoblin route, like I'd be totally fine with that. Like there's two Spider-Man Goblin, so go that direction.
Greg or Vinny, maybe one of you guys can clue me in on this. What's the difference between Green Goblin and the Hobgoblin?
They're two different villains.
They're not the same character, though?
No, they're not the same character.
All right.
No, they're not.
I was going to say, though, on that screenshot, if you look at it closely, it looks like the Goblin has like a mask on, or not like a mask, like eye protection on, which would be more in line with James Franco, but James Franco never had the glider. He had the skateboard.
The skateboard, and you spotted that, Benny, because when I saw the outfit, I was like, oh, fuck, it's Franco. But then you're like, hold on, look at the glider. I'm like, ooh, so you definitely
the glider doesn't match up with Dane DeHaan.
It doesn't matter. You're right. I checked out.
I have no idea what that means. So we'll see. So maybe it's just going to be some random Goblin, some new Goblin that they're going to throw in there. Maybe it's going to be the Goblin from the Spider-Man's universe and not the multiverse.
Could be.
There you go. Yeah. That's a good idea. So
that's a good point.
That's a good point. I'm sorry. So Vinny has an ongoing trend where movies are just spoiled for him, like big plot points, just right to his face.
I was there.
Right there.
This was
Justin was.
It was
there.
like a car crash in slow motion.
So
couldn't look away.
So going back, Vinny, the first one was obviously Avengers Endgame, right?
Yeah, that was awful, and that was on Snapchat. That got ruined for me. On a news article on Snapchat, nonetheless. It wasn't like somebody snapped it and saying something. It was
no pun intended. You know.
Yeah. Oh, that was awful.
But this weekend, No Time to Die was spoiled for Vinny, and it's still fairly new, so I won't say what it was, but there's some stuff that happens in this movie, and it was by his own mother too, who saw the movie, and she goes, "What did you think?" And the man was standing right there, and I believe the
exact words were "Come on," or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. She does this all the time.
Yeah. Yes, she does. That wasn't the first time that she ruined a spoiler for me.
Be the last.
No, it won't. No, because she doesn't remember what I've seen. Because she can't keep anybody straight in the family. She thinks everybody's seen the movie if one person's seen it. So yes, I'm guaranteeing she will spoil some other
something in the future.
Yep, something big. It'll be spoiled for me. She'll probably see Spider-Man before me.
I was gonna say is Spider-Man next. I think she's getting into the Marvel a little bit. So gotta be careful, Vinny.
I'm doomed.
So condolences for Vinny, but hopefully he can still enjoy it when the time comes that he gets to see the movie. last thing I had before we get into baseball, Justin cancels the GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition and goes with Call of Duty Vanguard instead. And we think he's enjoying it.
Yeah, no, Amazon had I plan on getting the GTA Trilogy at some point. Amazon had the physical copy coming out December 20th, even though everywhere else is December 7th. I was watching a bunch of videos. It needs a lot of work. I know Rockstar came out the other day and issued a statement saying they're going to patch it. And I used a gift card for that. And I'm like, well, if I'm not going to get it. So I canceled that, got my gift card back. And I was like, you know what? I like World War II games. I'm going to pick up Vanguard. And I really like it. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Nice.
So I have not played any of the campaign, but the multiplayer I'm actually like not bad at. So that's a nice sign. I'm guessing like all the kids from school weren't off yet when I was playing, because I'm playing at like 2 a.m. when Maddie's sleeping and I'm watching her, making sure she's okay. So the people I'm playing are probably not very good because I'm playing and I'm not very good.
Well, that's what I was wondering about, Justin. Are the kids? I mean, the kids.
I don't think kids are into Call of Duty
and I don't think they're into it anymore.
No, it's mostly Fortnite.
You're just playing against guys your age.
Yeah. They have nothing else to live for. They're playing video games at 2 a.m.
They're all up at 2 a.m. with their
babies. Yeah.
I think that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. So I mean,
all sleep deprived.
I was really big on Battlefield. If you listen to any of our E3 coverage we did in the summer, and then that looks like that's really rough too. And those matches take at least an hour to play. And Call of Duty is nice because it's 10 minutes, it's over. Yeah. So if she's waking up or if I can finish one, and then feed her and all that. So there's like 20 maps, which is crazy. I think Battlefield has 7.
Okay.
Yeah, so no, I'm enjoying it. It's been fun, and I mean, I love World War II stuff. I'm a history major. What else can I say about that? So, yeah, it's good stuff.
Well, plus GTA is, like you said before, is just kind of really had a bad release. And it wasn't necessarily Rockstar. Grove Street Games kind of spearheaded the takeover under Rockstar's guidance, and it's just been, they issued an apology, and apparently the developers are being harassed.
Yeah, which don't do that.
Which that doesn't really accomplish anything.
There's nothing worse than like seeing people on Twitter issuing death threats to video game companies because they don't like the game or it got delayed. It's like these people are just doing their job. You don't need to act like that, but.
Well, good thing you
don't buy the game.
Just don't buy the game. Yeah.
Good thing you didn't see my tweet, Justin.
I was going to say,
I'm going to kill you.
Did we jinx GTA because we were talking about how great Rockstar was and like they don't ever screw up with like the Battlefield, and next thing you know this is just a disaster.
They might have Creed working quality assurance right there.
Quality
assurance.
No, but I'm close.
So yeah, I mean, I'll pick it up maybe after the holidays once they patch it a few times, and because I would really like to go back and play Vice City. And I've never played San Andreas, and I've always wanted to. So I would love to play San Andreas for the first time. Yeah. I don't know how I missed it because I loved 3. I had Vice City, and then I want to say maybe that was right around the time like Need for Speed Underground and SOCOM 2 came out, and that just took all my time. Gran Turismo 3, and that kind of took all my time. So, but yeah, I'm excited for that down the road, and I did not make any Black Friday purchases either, so. I don't know.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. So, all right, we can officially get to the baseball talk. We got some hot stove talk. The trades, the signings, they're all in the works. We got some good stuff. Let's start off with the Angels. I believe this was Greg or was this Vinny that said we have confirmation that Angel fans do exist because they were tweeting at Marcus Stroman to come to the Angels. I call bullshit. I don't think there's actual Angel fans. I don't know about you guys. They don't exist. They don't physically exist.
I've never seen one, so
I've never seen one. Maybe they're just bots. Maybe it's one guy sitting in his basement with a bunch of bots and
just hitting enter over and over again.
Yeah.
Getting it to tweet
very
out.
Well could be.
Yeah. So
I saw that and posted that out there. I just thought it was kind of funny because he listed out a bunch of other ones and he goes, "Oh yeah, and Angels fans."
And like,
yeah. Oh, yeah. An afterthought.
I would like to see him on the Cubs. I would take him in a heartbeat, but
hey, it seemed like Cubs fans were on his list of people that he liked seeing tweet about him. So we'll see.
Well, we know he's not coming to the Sox because he's definitely Tony La Russa, so that's not even going to bother.
So
that
not
happening.
Sailed. They also added another pitcher from the Mets, left-handed pitcher Aaron Loop, who'll be 34 in December. He signed a 2-year, $17 million deal. Breaks down to about $7.5 million in 22 and 23 with the club option in 24 or a $2 million buyout. I did not realize this, though. He's coming off a career year with the Mets, a .95 ERA, 57 strikeouts and 56.2 innings, and a .9 WHIP. So that's
good. That's good
really
bullpen
nice.
help for them. Yeah.
That's really good bullpen. So if Shohei Ohtani can just pitch every game and pitch into like the 7th or 8th inning, they'll be fine. They'll be in good shape.
But you never know with bullpen guys. That career year could have been
True.
it for him, and he's
Could be
gonna
one and done.
fall. The wheels will fall off, and he's going to be garbage. And he's on the Angels, so right,
So,
yeah, so
doomed. Just
that's
doomed.
He'll probably won't pitch an inning for him.
They did also acquire infielder Tyler Wade after being DFA'd by the Yankees for either cash considerations or a player to be named later. We do have the Pirates, though. Stop the presses. They have signed former Cub and former White Sox pitcher Jose Quintana to a 1-year deal worth $2 million. How the mighty have fallen.
Can I just interrupt for a second?
Are you going to say thank you to the Cubs again?
No,
Okay.
That's coming later. But thanks, Cubs, if I haven't mentioned it before. Vinny, you got to get Will. You got to make sure Will pursues baseball as a left-handed pitcher. Because if this is not absolute proof that all you have to do is throw a baseball and be left-handed,
You don't even have to be good.
You will make a lot of money. You can be terrible, and you will still make $2 million and probably be the ace of a staff.
I would consider him the ace
That's
of the
bad.
staff. Would you? I mean, their staff is now Stephen Brault, JT Brubaker, Dylan Peters, and Bryce Wilson.
Who?
I don't know. Besides him, I don't know who any of those people are.
Yeah.
So, man,
Jose Quintana is only 32 years old.
I don't know how. I don't know how that
only
is. But
32.
yeah.
I was gonna say. I feel like he should be like 38.
No, he
36.
just turned 32. Oh no!
Wow.
He'll turn. We almost have the same birthday, so I think he'll be 33 in January.
It just feels like he's been around forever because it felt like an eternity while he was a Cub and he couldn't pitch to save his life. I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel bad for the Pirates fan base. Like they are clearly, I don't know. Are they building towards something? Or are they just
They've got good
prospects?
talent. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they've got good young talent. I mean, upcoming talent is not ready yet, but I don't know where their ship is headed.
The Jolly Roger. I don't think they know where it's going quite yet either.
I don't even know who their manager is. After Clint Hurdle,
it's not Clint Hurdle anymore.
No, it's not Clint Hurdle.
Talk about another guy that just seemed like a complete tool. That guy seemed like a douche.
Yeah, he seemed really mean.
He was your prototypical old school crotchety.
Yeah,
you throw it, my guy. I'm going to throw it yours.
Oh yeah,
I don't know what he sounds like. That's my impression.
Probably sounds like that.
Old crotchety man. Giants signed right-handed pitcher Anthony
DeSclafani.
Thank you.
No, it's weird.
3-year deal for $36 million. Signed with San Francisco for $6 million in 21 and had a career season. He was 13-7, 3.17 ERA, 167 innings, 152 Ks, and a 1.09 WHIP. Looks like you guys said the Giants are looking to rebuild their staff. They're also supposedly nearing a deal with Alex Wood for 2 years at $10 million. I feel like, was it 4 or 5 years ago when Alex Wood was like a hot commodity during the same time?
Yeah. It wasn't even that long. Yeah, I think it was 3 years ago. Yeah.
Where did he went to LA after Tampa?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
well, then you go to the Braves too. Wasn't he on the Braves first?
Oh, I think you're right.
Wasn't he on the Orioles for a season 2 or something? Or am I thinking of someone else?
You're thinking of someone else.
Wasn't there a Rays guy that went to the Orioles and then just went away? I don't know.
I mean,
well, if you look at the Giants rotation, they've got
Okay, hold on. Alex Wood has never pitched for the Rays.
Oh, well, I'm thinking of Alex Cobb, maybe.
Oh, Cobb.
Yeah, that's who I'm thinking of.
That's who you guys are thinking of.
Yeah,
because it was Braves, Dodgers. He went to the Reds for 19, and then for the Giants in 21. So
I'll be honest, I thought Alex Cobb and Alex Wood were the same person for a little while there.
Oh boy,
yeah, they might as well. They might as well be.
The most interesting story, though, out of all our hot stove, has got to be the Mets, the soap opera that is the New York Metropolitans. So if you're not familiar, they signed, they had a pitcher named Steven Matz, correct? He was a Met.
Yep.
He was, and he's 30. He's close to, or it's being reported that he signed a 4-year, $44 million deal with the Cardinals. After, he had shoulder injuries, had a few subpar seasons with the Mets. He was solid with Toronto though last year, started 29 games and finished with 14-7, 3.82 ERA, 150 innings, 144 strikeouts, 1.3 whip, and an ERA plus of 115. So, he was
solid, but
he was solid.
The Mets are, acting as the next coming of Christ. So.
Well, I feel like the Mets do that with all their starting pitchers, don't they? I mean,
yes.
But Greg wrote that he joins a rotation of some of Justin and Vinny's favorite people: Adam Wainwright, Jack Flaherty, Dakota Hudson, and Miles McCollum. I was really kind of hoping the Cubs might take a run at him. I really don't like that he's a Cardinal just because I hate the Cardinals, but is he worth $44 million? Was last season just kind of a fluke? He came back. We don't know, right?
I don't know. Yeah. Because I only think of him as being hurt with the Mets. I didn't really pay attention to him last year. So
yeah, so do I.
And I want to get to that later when we talk to the Cubs. We talk about the Cubs in that section.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I made the mistake of going on Cubs Twitter.
Well, there's
and I saw some pretty. I feel like Ryan looking at Creed's blog. Like even for the internet, it's still pretty shocking.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
But I'll get to that later, I suppose.
Again, Cubs Twitter is a wretched hive of scum and villainy. I was a really bad Alec Guinness. You'll never see a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. No, nothing.
No, that was
almost Australian.
It's got to be a Brit.
Yeah, that wasn't British at all.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. All right. Anyway, let's get back to the Mets. I believe, Greg, did you reach out to some of our Mets fan listeners on this?
I did. You know what? You go ahead, Justin, because Jack chimed in, and then breaking reporting now, our friends from Disney on the Rocks. And
good. We can.
So let me bring that up.
Okay. So Jack Lugo, friend of the podcast, he said it's disappointing. I don't know if he's worth that much money, though. I think the big thing here is there was a bunch of reports from John Heyman saying that the Mets and him were going to reunite for a similar contract. Another Mets fan on Twitter, the Parlay Police, he said the only time Mats will look like a $44 million pitcher is when he's facing the Mets. That sounds about right. And then my favorite is Steve Cohen, love him or hate him, which I kind of liked his brand of just, being open with the fans. But now it's getting to be a little much. It's kind of like, dude, act like you've been here. I don't know. So he said, I'm not happy this morning. I've never seen such unprofessional behavior exhibited by a player's agent. I guess words and promises don't matter anymore. Ooh. That just sounds like a teenager.
Take your ball and go home, buddy.
Yeah, it sounds like
Get out of here.
Teenage boy or girl being upset about their date breaking up with them. Like, you know what I mean? And then so whoever grabbed this is Rob Martin's response on Twitter. That's Matt's agent. He said, we are aware of Mr. Cohen's tweet. It is unfortunate that he chose to take his frustrations to Twitter. I will not do the same, and instead will take the high road, which is consistent with both my character and the character of our client. Steven Matz grew up a Mets fan, loved his time there, and continues to invest in the New York community through his efforts supporting New York's first responders. As a result of all that, there was a strong pull to return to the Mets, but ultimately he made the decision he felt was best for him and his family. Steven is and always will be grateful for the Mets and Mets fans, but now he looks forward to the next chapter of his life with a tremendous franchise in St. Louis. And then Jack Lugo responded as a fan, getting mad about losing Matz just looks embarrassing for the entire team. It would have been nice, but certainly Matz isn't the kind of pitcher you pin all your hopes on. Move on. There's plenty of other free agents. So, oh man, like I feel like it's such a hard dynamic of, fans want the owner to be kind of like fan oriented and, thinking like a fan, acting like a fan, but at the same time, it's a business and you still got to like act a certain way to attract clientele to be on your team. Right. Or am I thinking too much into this, or?
It's just a weird hill to die on. Steven Matz, really? Yeah. I mean, he's not the top free agent pitcher in the market. So why are you throwing this big of a hissy fit? I could get if it was something like even like Scherzer or Kershaw. They're not they're going to be getting short-term deals, but still they're better pitchers than Steven Matz.
It's like the name with them almost.
That's all
like
it is.
thing,
yeah.
Right? Yes. Steven Matz doesn't have that power.
Yeah,
to his name.
Really, really weird to be throwing a hissy fit about it. It just, okay, the guy didn't move on, and if it was some sort of unprofessional manner, okay, you don't need to say it. Just say F you and move on, and just it doesn't need to be tweeted about. It's just ridiculous, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just crazy that I don't know. It's crazy how upset the owner is getting over something like Vinny, you said it best. He's not like at the very top of the free agent signings and hot stove season. Like, I mean,
the Cubs fans had less of a
interest in him.
Fit about it. Yeah. I mean, they had a hissy fit about it. A lot of Cub fans did, but again, I was when he signed and people were upset. The Cub fans were. I'm just like, is this what?
Yeah,
like,
what is going on?
This guy's in the top of the rotation starter, so. Well, he would be with the Cubs. Well, I mean, he's a soft thrower. We've already had
We've got plenty of those.
Yeah, I mean,
but you want Keuchel? We'll give you him. If you want,
I was going to say
tosser.
We can go down the Zach Davies road again. We did that already. We need hard throwers. We have enough soft tossers on the team.
Yeah,
Greg, so you got the Disney's.
Yeah,
what did they say?
Disney, our friends at Disney on the Rocks podcast chimed in. They're big Mets fans. Matt, he just tweeted in and said, Matt grew up a Mets fan on Long Island. He apparently wanted to come back, but didn't give the Mets a chance to match the Cardinals' offer. Well, maybe if they offered him more, they wouldn't be so pissed, I suppose. But that's just my thought. I'm not too upset about it. He's a solid pitcher, but never lived up to the potential. He's got more. He got more than I was expecting. So good for him.
Yeah.
In 2016 spring training, the year after the Mets World Series run, I asked Matt to sign a ball for me. I told him to write 2016 World Series champion on it, and he did. Unfortunately, Connor effing Gillespie happened. There's a blast from the past. They could start. Before they could start another deep run, never made it back since. That was, of course, the wild card game home run, which he was actually at the game. Said it was really fun until the 8th inning. Also came after Granderson made one of the best catches I've ever seen.
That's right.
That's on the Rocks podcast. So,
oh man, Curtis Granderson was a guy that when he was still in his heyday, I was always hoping he'd be a Cub. Like I really liked him.
I thought that guy was going to be a Cub at one point.
Being from Chicago, I thought that would have been a cool fit. But
hey, we all got Austin Jackson at one point, though.
That's true.
Another Tiger outfielder. That's true. I guess leave it to the Mets to drag this along. So I'm sure we haven't heard the last of this.
Oh, the Mets, the Mets soap opera will continue. But on a more positive note, Greg, the Sox are making some deals. You want to talk about the new reliever they got?
I think,
or supposedly have.
Kendall Graveman's coming to the White Sox. I think it's all but set in stone right now. 3 years, $24 million. Pretty nice. That's big money for a setup man, but it's not my money, so I am more than willing to give that to him because he is. Do you guys see that? I think Rob Friedman, Pitching Ninja, tweeted out that two-seam fastball that he threw in the postseason at like 96. I was like, oh god, yes, give me some of that. So he had a nice 2020. He obviously got traded mid-season from the Mariners to the Trash Stros, which apparently the Mariners were really upset about. I was listening to is it Jesse Rogers saying when they found out about that, like a lot of the Mets or the Mariners players were like physically breaking stuff, Billy Bean style in the clubhouse.
Wow.
It was a shock for them. And they were quote unquote contending at that time too. So I don't know what they're doing over there.
Yeah.
But if you guys remember, Kendall Graveman was a Cub at one point. And it was like 29. He didn't pitch at all that year, but the Cubs just pretty much rehabbed this guy. And then they gave up on him.
That sounds about right.
He turned out to be pretty good the next year. So
sounds about right.
I think a lot of Cubs fans forget it because he was on the roster, I think, even at one point. But he just
So-
he never pitched. I don't think he pitched an inning, majors or minors that year.
No, I think you're right.
Sounds like Drew Smiley too. They did the same
Drew
thing.
Smiley,
with him.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
another one.
They
that's
rehabbed
right.
him, and then
Yeah.
they let him go, and now he was with the Braves. World
Yep.
Series
That's
winning
right.
Braves.
Yep.
Completely forgot about that. Well,
And then Sox
Yeah.
fans are asking, what about Tepera? Well, yeah, I mean, it's still not out of the question. I mean, you thought that Tepera's probably looking for something along that range, maybe. But I don't think he's out of the question yet. But Kimbrel might be out of the question. I know we were chiming on that. And we were like, yeah, they're going to trade him. Don't know why, but
he's
looks like
gone.
They
Yeah.
probably will be now. So adios, amigo. I guess I don't know. Get something new. It's like, oh, we could get a prospect for him. Fuck your prospect.
You get a washing machine for
I was
him.
like, yeah,
according to Greg, the window is on its way down. The window is closing,
Yeah.
so they need to hurry the rest up,
closes
right?
a little bit every minute. Let's go already. It's like, well, we should, it's like maybe the White Sox should go all in for it this offseason. I'm like, they should go all in for it last offseason.
Yeah.
This offseason, and probably the next one, because it probably won't happen this year, but knock on wood, it does. If you like the Zips projections from Fangraphs, they are out for the White Sox. I think he's done 2 or 3 teams. I was looking through some of them. It's just based on the current team now, obviously. So hopefully some of that Z-War goes up for the offensive production. But just trying to make this way through the article and understand what the hell's going on. 4 out of the 5 White Sox starters are projected to have an ERA plus above 110, and no league average is 100. So hopefully that is true. He's also predicting Keuchel to have a bounce back season. I know we touched on that before. Whether the White Sox go in for a starting pitcher this offseason, we will see. But in the meantime, he's slotted in the 5th spot. Lastly, just some quick roster moves. The White Sox added Jason Biloy. I don't know. I've never heard of the guy until I read the damn article. And left-handed pitcher Bennett Sousa were added to the 40-man roster because we do not want teams taking our guys in a Rule 5 draft that have been with the team 5 years or whatever it is. So you got to do something with them. You can't just keep them forever. The rule draft doesn't allow that. So Bill Wah, we'll just call him that. We'll make him French. He's 24. The club's 18th ranked prospect. Last year he went 3-8 with a 5.75 ERA. That looks terrible in 20 games between Winston-Salem and Birmingham. But he did have his career best strikeout rate, 106 strikeouts per 79 and 2/3 innings. Cut the walk rate down to 3.6. Well done per 9 innings. And then Bennett Sousa is 26. Last year between Birmingham and Charlotte, 71 strikeouts, 47 in 3rd innings pitched. So they're both strikeout guys, it looks like. So that's something.
Yeah.
Opponents hit just 209 against him, and they batted $140 versus or he did left-handed hitters hit $140 against him. So a little bit of hope right there, I suppose. We'll see. They're on the 40-man. They have terrible jersey numbers, I'm sure. So we'll see where they come around, if they're significant at all in this upcoming season. So it'd be certainly nice if we have like a diamond in the rough right there, but we will see.
Well,
I had a question. Zips projections. Who are the 5 starters for the White Sox?
The 5 starters for the White Sox are Lucas Giolito, Lance Lynn, Dylan Cease, Michael Kopech, and Dallas Keuchel.
Gotcha.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. At this point.
Yep.
Maybe we'll say like Max Scherzer or something eventually. But
don't get your hopes up, Greg. I don't see that.
They're not going to pay him.
You'd have to pry that money from Jerry Reinsdorf's corpse, I think. I don't think he's not going to give out that money.
I think it's kind of nice to dream like, oh, Max Scherzer's a free agent. What if? But you're right.
What about Clayton Kershaw? Does that do anything for you?
I like Clayton Kershaw. I don't know.
I think he's
I
think so. I think he's over the hill. I don't know. I'd be nervous.
I mean, he's like a pitcher though. I mean, he's like he's like
pitcher,
a real he's a real like good pitcher was. I think he could bring a little bit more to the White Sox, and I think I mean, he's probably going back to LA, let's face it, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I would
maybe
I
the
would
Angels.
take him. Yeah,
All
yeah.
those fans, they don't
never
have
said the
ya.
Dodgers, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Anaheim, Los Angeles red team.
Yes. All right. Well, transitioning to the Cubs, the Cubs won a championship.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. That is the Arizona Fall League Championship. Nelson Vasquez was the MVP of the Arizona Fall League season, and Caleb Killian was the MVP of the Arizona Fall League Championship game, in which the Cubs team won 6-0. So, yay, Cubs.
Thank you, Chris Bryant.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hey, it's paying off dividends already. I don't know when's the parade planning. It's got to be coming soon, right? Like,
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, after losing out on
driving through Scottsdale.
You know?
Yeah, they'll drive through Scottsdale, end up at the stadium, and call it a day.
Yep.
I thought this was funny because I saw this guy's name pop up, but former Cubs prospect Billy McKinney, who, in 2015, I remember hearing all about him. If you don't remember him, he was selected by the Oakland A's 24th overall in the 2013 draft, and then he was a part of the Jeff Samardzija and Jason Hamill trade that got him and Dan Straley and Addison Russell to the Cubs. And then he was sent to the Yankees for Aroldis Chapman. He has already now been picked up by the Texas Rangers in exchange for vending machine restock. Oh, that's not okay. Sorry, I read that. If you put anything on the outline, I will read it. So Billy
Ron Burgundy.
Yes, I'm Ron Burgundy. He was picked up by the Texas Rangers along with someone named Zach Rex. His career stats: 215 batting average, 286 on base, and a 404 slugging, 27 home runs, 68 RBIs, and for being a center fielder, did not have great defense. So this is a perfect example. I guess it could be kind of for the White Sox and for the Cubs. It's one thing to have these prospects, but it's another thing if they actually turn out, right? Like,
yep.
He is another long line of prospects like Felix P.A. and Eric Patterson and Corey Patterson and Bobby Hill. Damn it, Bobby. He sucked. These prospects that
it was awful.
It was horrible. Oh, damn it, Bobby. He sucked. No, that sounded like the water boy.
He was terrible.
So what I'm trying to say is, yes, it's great to stock your farm system, but you got to be careful because you're not going to hit on all these guys. So speaking of current Cubs prospects, though, Miguel Amaya, current upcoming future star catcher that the Cubs have in the farm system, is potentially needing Tommy John surgery now and needing to be out the entire 22 season. So if you can hear that sound, that is the sound of Wilson Contreras running to the Cubs organization asking for a contract now, because he could be a long-term catcher for a little while now, because who knows what's going to happen with Miguel Amaya now. So I don't know.
I'm just picturing him as Kramer with the Technicolor coat, strolling down down Michigan Avenue, heading towards Wrigley Field, just with a big smile on his face, going, "Give me that money." Because you know what? I think Miguel Amaya is done.
I think so.
Oh, really?
I don't know what he hasn't really done much. I mean, I know a lot of people are high on him, but it just seems like he can't make that next jump, and he needs I still think he's, his offense, I think, is needs a lot of work. He's good defensively, so at this point I think he's going to probably end up nothing more than a defensive catcher, but I mean, who am I to say that? So yeah, I'll be proven wrong, and I'll be gladly proven wrong as long as he stays with the Cubs. But I'm sure they'll get rid of him, and then he'll go on and do great things for.
Would you be okay with them signing Wilson Contreras now to a long-term deal, Vinny, or are you just still not a huge fan? Are you not a fan of him? Huge fan, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the catcher market is. I mean, everybody says he's a great catcher.
Yeah,
I take it for the word, because I don't know really catchers around the league. So I mean, they don't. If I wouldn't rely on Miguel Amaya to be there, so they probably should look to sign him long term, just to have that backstop there, and have him be the catcher for the future.
For the future, yeah.
Here's a take for you. I'll send you Grandal for Wilson Contreras.
No, thank you.
I do. I am not a
Yasmani. I am not a Grandal fan.
I'll send you all our catchers for that guy, and I'll make Andrew Vaughn our backup catcher, because he can play every freaking position.
Oh, you still got
I'll sign Kyle Schwarber to be our backup catcher.
You got what's his name down in the minors that ruined his career. Tony ruined his career. That could be your backup catcher.
You're mean.
You're mean. Yeah.
The
Yerminator.
Oh man.
I don't know. I just feel like
mighty have
you don't wish injury on anybody, but if I'm Wilson Contreras' agent, I'm making a phone call saying, "Hey, we're here. Let's talk. Like you need me now for at least 2 more seasons because you can't expect him to come in after next season." I'm just picturing what's that movie with Matt Damon and John Malkovich, Rounders, the card. You guys ever seen Rounders?
Yeah.
John Malkovich paid that man his money.
Hey, going back to
that was pretty good.
Thank you.
There you go. Going back to Zip's projections, Grandal's supposed to be the highest offensive WAR player for the White Sox next season.
Wow.
So there you go. I mean, he's if you're willing to make the trade, I'm listening right now. So
all right, I'm dying to know, Greg. You said you visited Cubs Twitter, which we have said is it's a dark, dank hallway on the internet. It's a scary place.
I didn't even get that far. I don't know why I have.
They saw you coming.
I can't help but read this guy's stuff because it's just so dumb.
Is that Crawley?
Yeah, it's Crawley. What's this guy's issue? He's out, and I know you guys touched on it before about Cubs fans losing out on Mats or whatever. And I think Vinny, you guys touched on it last week about spending the money wisely on free agents because they said they're going to spend, but you also just don't want to throw money, at bad players. Not saying Mats is, but then I'm reading. Then I don't know why I do it. I jump on this guy's Twitter handle, his profile, and he starts, looking. He gets all upset that Matt signs with the Cardinals, and then some other guy like Bleacher Jeff gets on him or whatever. I'm like, really? You're really gonna cry over Mats or whatever? Go, well, they really haven't signed a free agent since 2018. I'm kind of sick of this. Rick is just, and then he just gets onto the whole same old broken record or whatever. Yep. I'm just like, God damn, like, why? Why am I reading this shit right now?
Yeah.
It's like, here you are, Cubs fans. Have you sunk to the point of getting truly upset over Steven Matz? It's just like, yeah, it stinks. I'm like, the Cubs could have gotten an arm, and it could have been a solid arm, but it's like, let it go.
It's not.
Let it go. It's not the end of. It's not at the end of the world.
That was
a little self-reflection. That was where you're at right now.
That was a signing that I saw that the Cubs were potentially interested. I was like, oh, all right, I could see him being like a 3rd or 4th starter, maybe. You know what I mean? I still don't know who our first starter is, our ace. I love Hendricks. Right? But do you consider him
Hendricks or Miley? I guess at this point.
So I don't know.
I think it's Hendricks by default.
I was almost more disappointed that he signed with the Cardinals than not signing with the Cubs. That's where my mindset was. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. There was another though. If we take a look around Major League Baseball, the big deal that was supposedly very close is Wander Franco in the works. Rookie.
The guy still got braces on. He's so young.
Okay, so he's played 1 full season, correct? I believe.
No, he hasn't.
2 seasons.
No, he's
not even a full season.
Not even a full season yet. Yeah.
So this is what confuses the hell out of me. He plays for the Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay is known for being very frugal. They're like the A's of the East, but better in terms of their farm system, I think is a fair assessment. But they are reportedly giving him $182 million guaranteed with a max out at $223 million with an incentive, 11-year range, 12th year club option. A, where the hell is this coming from? And B, is this really a smart thing to do when the guy hasn't even played a whole season yet? Like, I think he's a great player and he have a great year, but we've seen, looking at both the north side and south side of Chicago, plenty of players come in, have a great half a season, get injured, or just never find it again. Look at Corey Patterson. He had a first amazing half season. I think he was batting like 3-something, 11 home runs, 56 RBIs before the All-Star game in 2003, got hurt, and then played like garbage for the rest of his career. And you're shelling out almost $200 million for this guy? Like, that seems like so do they know something we don't know?
Well, he's been a highly touted prospect for a long time, and he's definitely got the tools, and he had a solid, debut.
Yeah.
It's just so off it's just so off center for the Rays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they
don't pay guys; they get rid of guys after they've used whatever they think they can
They
do.
can get out of them, yeah.
And then they just move on. So that's what's more shocking about this. The Rays ready to dish out a huge contract.
Well,
so.
and I don't know which one of you guys found this, but this is incredible information. So was this you, Vinny, about the largest contracts given to one-year players?
That was Greg.
Greg? Okay. So if we take a look, Greg found this, the largest contracts given to players with less than 1 full year of service time, which is exactly where Wander Franco falls in. Ronald Acuna Jr. got 8 years with the Braves and $100 million.
Cheap.
I mean, that's cheap, right? Luis Robert for the White Sox got 6 years, $50 million, which that contract is a steal.
He wasn't even on the team.
He wasn't even on the team yet.
He didn't make his debut yet.
Eloy Jimenez, former Cubs prospect, got 6 years and $43 million before his MLB debut.
Another one.
Yep.
Is it? I've seen this guy play before. Is it Paul DeJong or Paul DeYoung? I can't remember what his name is. DeYoung. Okay.
Yeah.
6 years, $26 million, and then Chris Archer, who there were so many years I wanted the Cubs to get him.
Yeah.
6 years, $25 million. Yeah, he was. Yeah. Wanted them to get him back.
He was traded for.
Garza, right?
Yeah.
I was never a big Garza fan. I don't know about you guys.
Nope, didn't like him. Overrated.
The other fun fact for our baseball aficionados out there is that if this contract proves to be true, and when Wander Franco plays his 12 years with the Tampa Bay Rays, Bobby Bonilla will still be collecting a paycheck from the Mets.
Jeez.
So,
and the kid would only be like 31, 32. So yeah, like if it all works out.
Man, I know you're paying. You should never pay according to Moneyball. You're never paying for past production. You're paying for future possibility. And I mean, this is the strongest set of evidence of this case. I mean, like, you are really just maxing out on hoping this kid is amazing. And like you said, this is not a
70
Tampa
games
Bay
last year.
Yeah,
he played 70 games last year at a 3.5 WAR, no PS plus of 129. So I mean, he was good, and he's been a high. It's not like he's some no name guy that came on. He's a highly touted prospect.
Right. It's also not Tatis money. It's not to that level either.
Yeah.
So
here's a good question for you guys. Over under or not over under? True or false? Does Wander Franco play this entire contract with the Rays? And if he does, by the end of it, are they still in Tampa Bay?
Oh, wow.
Ooh,
there's a lot there.
I know. So first of all, does he play this whole, does he play these 12 years with the Rays? Because we know, like, I think it was Vinny, you said that they usually max out their potential with someone and then dump them.
Greg,
sorry. And then I know there's always stories of relocation, and we know Tampa, the stadium, I liked it for what it was. It was a goofy, weird stadium when I went to a Rays game there. But the fan base.
Oh, you've been there?
I've been to Tropicana once.
Okay.
Yeah, it was cool.
Oh, wow.
It looks like a dump.
It does. I mean, it's a dump. It is a dump. I mean,
it was almost a White Sox stadium.
It's a dump. I liked that it was so different, but granted, it wasn't really made. I believe that's where the Tampa Bay Lightning played like their first season before they moved to their own stadium. It's not in a great part of town, but that's any major stadium. Yeah, I don't know. I could see them moving before this contract's up. I want the Expos to return, but that's just me.
So getting back to what you were saying, I don't think if he signs this, I'd be surprised if he plays it out with this organization, 12 years with this organization. So without them trying to flip him or for something. Yeah. For that long. I mean, I don't think Evan Longoria was a Ray for that long. So
no,
he's probably like the longest tenured Ray. I don't know if it's him or like Carl Crawford or Randy Wynn or some shit, but I'd be surprised if wherever they move, I'd be surprised if he is with the organization for 11, 12 years or whatever.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if he makes it. But yeah, I mean, good for him. I would gladly take that. I
hope he gets it. I hope he's good.
Yeah. So. I'd be afraid if I was a Tampa Bay executive, I could see that biting me.
It's only 16.54.
Yeah, I mean, looking at it,
it's not a lot if you look at it.
It's really not.
That's a good point.
If he's as good as he's supposed to be, I mean, he should be making 20 million plus.
It might end up being
as a shortstop.
Yeah.
So I mean,
and I guess
because they think he is, it's going to be a bargain.
And I guess too, if he's not as good as they think he is, it's $16 million a year. You will have teams that will be willing to take a chance on that, right?
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
I don't see that
Yep.
being a barrier to moving him if you need to. So yeah, I guess when you look at it that way, when you spread it out over that many years, there's not really a huge gamble, but
Depending on how the CBA negotiations.
wow,
go
that's the other thing.
forward,
We don't know how that's gonna go.
Yeah.
Couple other things real quick. Trey Mancini and Buster Posey were named MLB's Comeback Players of the Year. So great for
Awesome.
Trey Mancini. I really enjoy watching that guy play. I wish the Orioles were good for him. That's the only thing that kind of bums me out. The A's have set their asking price for their hot commodity, which is Oli. Is that how you say his name? Correct?
Matt Olson. Yeah.
Matt Olson.
Wish they've come to follow up and say no, the asking price is not that high. So
Yeah. So
whatever, Billy.
they are
It
looking.
better be high.
Yeah. He had decent stats, 39 home runs, 111 RBIs, 5.8 WAR. He's got an 18-point WAR career WAR. He's finished in the top 10 in AL MVP voting, 2-time Gold Glove, All-Star. I mean, he's got 2 years left to control at a $5 million salary. Wouldn't you guys
Sounds like a high asking price for me. So.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, I like the graph you guys posted in the show outline. You can kind of see his stats and kind of his batted ball type percentages, and it's not that bad. I mean,
when you think of Matt Olson, you think a heavy pull to the left side. But I mean, I found it interesting that his going oppo, especially the center field, that is trending, way upwards or something like that. And he's a solid power hitter. I mean, he's well above average in hard hit rate and fly ball percentage. So, I mean, that just kind of screams New York Yankees a little bit.
Yes, it does.
Unless they decide to go with Rizzo. But yeah, he's a very solid power hitter, a great defender. And I think the A's have come out and said their top trade targets, and probably the league's top trade targets, are Matt Chapman and then this guy, their two corner guys. So it's kind of something to keep an eye on. And I know there's always, the Yankees are always rumored around all these people, but it'd be interesting to see what comes of it. So, because he's a solid player. So
yes, he is. I mean, I would take him any day on the Cubs. Still holding out hope.
He looked good in that Cubs uniform. Right
Yes,
there.
he did. Yes, he did. MLB also released their first team and the second team all MLB team.
I think I was one of 5 people that watched it the other day.
I think you were. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it on the TV on their streaming service, and I was like, "Do I want to watch this?" Real quick,
the answer is no.
No,
because it took a very long time.
Yeah, well, we are going to beat MLB Network's time of how long it took them to release this. So I'm going to run through this real quick. We got Salvador Perez as catcher for the first team. Vlad Guerrero Jr. was at first base. Marcus Semien at second base. Also, there's a rumor that the Cubs are trying to get Marcus Semien. I don't know if you guys heard about that.
He's your guy, Joe.
I would take him
for the Cubs.
I would take him.
Yep.
Blue Jays. He's from the Blue Jays. Fernando Tatis Jr. Was at third. Austin Riley in the outfield. Juan Soto and Bryce Harper also in the outfield. Aaron Judge is the DH, and Shohei Ohtani is the DH.
You got the positions.
I got those backed up.
Yeah, that's okay.
My bad.
No
and then
problem.
for the starting pitching for first team, Max Scherzer, Corbin Burns, Walker Buehler, Robbie Ray, Garrett Cole, Josh Hader, Liam Hendricks. And then for the second team at catcher, we have Buster Posey, first base, Freddie Freeman, Ozzie Albies at second, Trey Turner at third. No, I did it again. Hold on here. Ozzie Albies at second, Trey Turner at short, Rafael Devers at third, outfield, Nick Castellanos, another guy I'd love to see in Cubby Blue, followed by Kyle Tucker and Teoscar Hernandez is the DH. Oh, no, I'm sorry, is the outfield. And then Yordan Alvarez as the DH, followed by their pitchers, Shohei Ohtani, second team pitcher, Julio Urias, Kevin Gausman, Max Fried, Zach Wheeler, Raisel Iglesias, and Kenley Jansen. So there you go. That's
how many guys make the first and second team?
I was going to say, when was the last time someone made both for different positions? Good on Shohei Ohtani. Man, I love that guy.
It would be interesting if they would play against each other.
It
would friendly,
like a
little exhibition, like charity event or something like that. That would be funny. And then Shohei would have to run back and forth if he gets thrown into the game as a pitcher.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What do you have? What would you do?
Put
if he had a
the other
picture of
uniform on
himself?
real quick. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I could see him just throwing the ball up in the air and then racing to home plate to get the bat and swing at it, All
Probably hit
right.
a home run.
Real quick, we'll wrap up our MLB talk. Let's talk about oh boy. Not the monsters of the Midway, but the manure of the Midway, the Chicago Bears, the faithful. Is Nagy getting fired this week on the patch? If you're not familiar with the patch, I don't know if other states have this. The patch is just a website based. It's divided up by different suburbs and towns throughout Illinois, and they report on local news. But some reporter reported that after the Thanksgiving game that the Bears and Lions are playing, that Matt Nagy is getting fired. So, guys, is Matt Nagy getting fired tomorrow after the Lions hopefully beat them?
Bears. It was ridiculous. This reporting was stupid. I heard the guy on 670 The Score. Guy sounded like he didn't know what he was talking about.
Oh, they actually had him on the score?
Yeah, they had him on Bernstein Rahimi.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sounded like he didn't know what he was talking about.
Pulitzer Prize winner too.
I'm not a sports guy. So what are you reporting on?
Yeah, who told? Somebody had to source this.
Yeah, exactly. I don't really care. This is typical Bears. They're gonna fire a guy. Fire him after Sunday's game. That's when you do it. You don't wait. Oh, it's a short week. We got Chris Tabor on staff.
Yeah,
he's already done it on a short week.
Yeah,
he can do it,
and he didn't look half bad.
You have Mike Pettin, who's not a coordinator, who can just sit in there and be your head coach while you have all your coordinators calling their plays. He doesn't have to call plays. He can sit there and do exactly what a head coach needs to do. He can manage the timeouts. He can manage the challenges and stuff like that, and make the big calls, the big plays on whether to go forward or not. He can do all that. He's also been a head coach as well. So what are they doing? This is so Bears. And then they're going to fire him after Thursday's game. What if he wins? What?
Well, I was going to say, it's the Lions.
A joke of a franchise right now.
But
this is pathetic.
It's
absolutely pathetic.
I don't know about you guys, because I was watching a lot of this on 670 The Score. I was watching it on Twitch the other day when this happened. Oh, we lost Greg. But I was watching it on Twitch, and it was just, you have the press conference. You don't issue a statement. The McCaskies or Ryan Pace, who Ryan Pace is a moron. He does not.
Yeah.
The fact that he is a GM of the franchise charter team of the NFL, and he only comes to speak to the media once a year, that's bullshit. Like, do your job, man. But the fact that this story breaks, the Bears management and front office refuses to make a statement, and then they have their press conference, and they send Nagy and Tabor and the players out to the firing squad. They don't know how to answer any of these questions. And Matt Nagy looked like a deer in headlights. It was so pitiful. Vinny, like you said it best, this franchise is a joke. Like, they literally cannot handle anything professionally in any manner. And it's ridiculous.
I heard Chicago media's number one boob on the airs today talk about, the Bears front office and ownership they're really trying. They're not, they're really trying to get this right. And they may look like they don't know what they're doing, but that's common among all ownerships in the NFL. They don't know what they're doing, and most of them luck into it. That's literally what he said. He said
that's how ownership.
Yes, luck into making the right decision and hiring the right people. Then what the heck is the Bears? They haven't had any luck. They don't.
None.
Virginia doesn't have a horseshoe shoved up her ass. Are you kidding me? I don't believe that. I believe that they're completely incompetent, and he is a complete moron for keeping to defend. I get why. I mean, I guess I get why he does that. He should be harder on him, but he gets all the stories and stuff, so he's gonna coddle the Bears ownership and say, well, at least they're trying. F that. Get out of here. I'm tired of hearing that crap.
That guy, and for those that don't know, if you're not in Chicago, Hub Arkish, I think we've talked about him in the past. He runs, I think, Pro Football Weekly, which he used to work also for Westward One, which did some of the radio coverage of different football games in the NFL. And he's like this NFL. Yeah, he's in this NFL insider, but he refuses. He will never make a take or a statement that goes against Bears management. It's almost like he's got friends there and he wants to keep his sources. Like he was on. He also broke the story that supposedly the McCaskies told Matt Nagy that they had to play Justin Fields. I don't know if you saw that today, Vinny.
Yeah, George was the one that
George McCaskey said that. Now, George McCaskey is also the one that's been credited as saying that he has no right being in the football business and he doesn't understand it, so he leaves that to professionals. But then here he is telling the football coach to play Justin Fields. So, into going back to Habarkish, and I know we need to move on to our Thanksgiving segment, but like, okay, he's going to say that, you know, it's a process, it takes time, but Ryan Pace has had what, 6 years, 7 years now?
Yeah.
This is going to be this is going to be his third head coach. They're going to let him hire after Matt Nagy. No, the John Fox hire was his. I mean, I know it was with, like, was it Ernie Accorsia was guiding them through that process or whatever?
I don't consider that being
you don't
his.
Think so?
I think that was kind of
forced
on him. No, but still.
But that guy
doesn't matter. He got to pick Nagy was his guy. He picked Nagy. You only get one coach. I'm sorry. You only get one, maybe two. He's had both.
I mean,
he's had two. That's enough. Even though Fox wasn't his, it was still under his watch. I'm sorry.
Well, look how quick they pulled the trigger on Matt Trestman, Dr. Death himself, and Phil Emery.
Mark
like that
Trestman.
was what, two seasons? What did I say?
Mac.
Oh, Mark Trestman. Sorry. Mark Trestman and Phil Emery, like after 2 seasons, they realized it was a shit show and they pulled the trigger and got rid of him. Why are we still here 6-7 years later with Ryan Pace and 4 or 5 years with Matt Nagy now? I mean, it's a joke. I mean, if I have to hear, we have to find the whys of why we lost one more time, or we looked really good in practice. Well, clearly, Matt, it's not transferring over to the game. So that's your whole job as a coach, is to get it to transfer over. You know, poor Allen Robinson. If I was that guy, I'd be like, please I'd go to my doctor and say I had an injury, so I wouldn't play anymore.
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields.
Allen Robinson can leave at the
easy after this year. Yeah, Justin Fields is screwed. I don't know. What about? So at the Bears game, they were chanting "Fire Nagy." At the Bulls game, which I found hilarious, they started chanting "Fire Nagy."
Yeah.
And then at Matt Nagy's son's football game, they started chanting "Fire Nagy." Now, I think that's a little overboard. I don't think that's fair because that kid has nothing to do with his dad. On the same token, I know people are going to say, "Well, his dad's in the business; it comes with the territory," but that doesn't seem right to me. Also, though, I realize it's a bunch of dumbass high school kids at a football game, and I can see them doing that because high schoolers are dumbasses. So I don't know. Where do you guys, do you draw a line with that? Do you think that was fair game? What do you guys think about that?
Go ahead, Vinny.
Do you want to go first?
No, go ahead.
It doesn't matter. Like you said, Justin, it's a bunch of dumb high schoolers and probably some immature, moronic parents that chimed in as well. Yeah. Supposedly Matt Nagy was at the game. So again,
maybe they saw
it's directed. Yeah.
Him.
It's, directed.
At least it's to his face.
Yeah. And who, honestly, and everybody's, that's so offensive. It's attacking his family. Really? That's attacking his family. I'm sure there's probably a lot worse that's being said on the field to Nagy Jr. Get out with that. That is so weak and pathetic that we're now like, this is like all the comments on Twitter. This is the most like offensive thing you could say to somebody. It's like, what?
People
you kidding me?
They clearly haven't listened to us.
At his job. I'm pretty sure. Anyways, this is a teaching moment for Matt Nagy to give to his son. Well, son, when you get older, be good at your job so your kids don't have to suffer for that.
Well, I mean, like you said, like I said, it's probably mostly dumb high schoolers. I would hope most adults have the wherewithal to be like, hey, this kid has nothing to do with it. But also, like you said, he was there. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it was either John Fox's family or Mark Trestman's family that people were like issuing death threats to his family on Twitter.
Yeah.
There is no reason for that. Like, that's just being a dickhead. And unfortunately, that's the world we live in. But I don't know. I feel bad for the kid because it's not his fault. But like you said, his dad's at the game. I mean, this could have been handled so much better. The Bears organization could have taken care of this a long time ago.
Fired them.
Yes, but no, we don't fire people during the season. So I don't know. Which one of you guys put that Matt Nagy is like Michael Myers?
That was Greg.
Can you explain that to me?
So this is exactly this kind of feeds off of that. This is what we've turned into right here. We are Haddonfield, Illinois, and Matt Nagy is terrorizing Illinois to the point. I don't know if you guys have seen Halloween Kills, but there's a lot of chanting in it.
Oh,
there's a lot of evil dies tonight. Evil dies tonight. Fire Matt Nagy. Fire Matt Nagy. The parallels are uncanny
Staggering.
right now.
Yeah.
It is just, here we are, we're being terrorized. Here, Bears fans being terrorized this guy, but we can't distinguish right from wrong. So what do? We turn into a bunch of dumbasses, idiots. I'm not convinced that it is dumbass high schoolers. I'm convinced it's dumbass
dumbass adults. Yeah,
of dumbass high schoolers starting the chant. I will be convinced of that until someone can prove to me otherwise.
Yeah.
So here we are. We're at his kid's high school. Man, his dad's there, proud father in the stands. There's his son. And here we go. Fire my dad. Fire my dad. Is it a little far? Yes, probably. Do I have a problem with it? No, because I am a dumbass now. Because I am a terrorized citizen of Haddonfield, Illinois, that must kill Michael Myers. It's gang warfare right now.
How do we know that Matt Nagy's son didn't start the chant? Because he wants his dad to be fired too.
So, it could be.
That's a good analogy. I like
Matt
it.
Nagy is our Michael Myers. So
it's just it's such a shit show. And I know we've talked about this, but like I enjoy almost more when the Bears lose because I find it hilarious after every game. The media, Twitter, it's a shitstorm. And I was born 2 years after 85. You guys were well after 85. I have no affinity for this team because they've been garbage for most of my life. The 06 Super Bowl was kind of cool, but then they got blown out, or not blown out, but the Colts had that game in hand after one half, right? I mean, so it's not like the Cubs and the Hawks and even the Bulls where they've shown that they can be good. The Bears have not really ever been good in my lifetime besides some few fluke seasons. And when you look at quarterbacks like Mike Glennon and Andy Dalton and Jay Cutler and Cade McNown and who else? Rex Grossman, yep. Jonathan Quinn, Shane Matthews, Jim Miller. Like some of these guys are average at best. So I don't know. That's it from Bears Talk. Hawks
Vinny's
Talk.
Like, this is my blast from the past episode.
Yeah. Oh shit. Sorry, Vinny. Sorry. Hawks Talk. They suck again. They've lost a couple in a row now. They lost 5-2 to Calgary last night. Their record sits at 6-11-2. The only thing I'm going to say is the other night in Calgary, they were making a big deal because Kirby Dach, young, potential future all-star superstar down the road, got in a fight and he was, showing how strong he was and showing his strength. And he's, not going to mess. He's going to stand up for his teammates and he's hitting someone in the head who's got a helmet and a shield on with his hand. And he's the one that had a wrist injury last season and missed a good chunk of the season. So, I might be in the minority, but if you're one of the skilled players, I don't want to see you trying to fight. Just do what you're good at. They can get someone else to do that for you. I don't know. That's my take on it, but I don't know how you guys feel about that. But
the enforcer, out there.
It's not even. Enforcers are that's a dead thing now. But get someone that's not supposed to be your up and coming future star to build around with Alex DeBrincat, and then have him go punch people in their helmet with a bad wrist. Like that just. It's not a good look. I don't know. And then I saw people on Twitter. Yeah, that's what we want to see. Yeah, go, Doc. You that's awesome. You're standing up and you can score. Way to go, man.
All those people were probably at the Lake Forest High School game chanting "Fire Nagy."
Probably, yeah. So I don't know if you're a hockey fan and you think I'm completely off my rocker, please write in. Let me know why. I mean, I'm fine with fighting in hockey. That's something that it has a time and a place. I don't like staged fights when they'd have the two goons fight at the start of the game. Drop the gloves and orchestrate that shit. That drove me nuts.
But it's a great movie.
Yeah, well, yes, It is a good movie. But like if there's a big hit or someone's taking liberties of one of your players and you need to remind them that that's not cool, yes, that's totally fine. But when you're one of the star players, I don't want to see Kane fight. I don't want to see DeBrincat fight. I don't want to see Kirby Dach fight. Get Connor Murphy doesn't do shit. Make Connor Murphy fight. All right, let's move on. I think we're ready for our whatever topic. Does that sound right?
Have we concluded
this is a
the sports talk?
This is a marathon. Yep. All right, Greg, I'm going to throw it to you for the hosting of the whatever category here. Greg, take it away.
The whatever category. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Whether you're listening to this, it's either Thanksgiving Day or it's yesterday or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or maybe it's, whichever way.
July 2nd.
Thank you for listening. But it is Thanksgiving week. Tomorrow, we're recording this on Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. So we'll just talk about whatever. Thanksgiving, whatever, right? So I had an idea to kind of kick this off with. instead of just doing like a top 5 or something, I wanted to know what are the 3 must-have things to eat on Thanksgiving. What are 3 things across appetizers, dinner, dessert? Give me the 3 things that you must eat or drink on Thanksgiving, Justin.
All right, my 3. First off, pumpkin pie. Got to go pumpkin pie. To no surprise of anyone, I did not have pumpkin pie until I was in college.
Really?
Never wanted to try it.
I got one better. Well, I don't know if this is one better for you, Justin. But
Okay.
I've never had homemade pumpkin pie.
No, I've only had store-bought pumpkin pie.
Till I was an adult. So, and homemade pumpkin pies around like is a store-bought pumpkin pie sometime in high school. So
okay, yeah, it sounds
about right.
So.
I also gotta have my mashed potatoes. I love mashed potatoes. Now, I am a weirdo, and my uncle and my dad do this too. You take the mashed potatoes and you take the corn and you pour the corn in the mashed potatoes and then you mix them together.
Didn't they do that in the Three Stooges?
Oh, maybe that's where they got it from.
I think they did that in one episode.
It's a texture
or they do that
thing.
with peas or something.
Yeah,
that's like the episode where they have to be like male escorts or something.
Yeah,
and they have to attend like this dinner party and they don't know what to do. So it's a good episode.
So those are my 3. I mean, I like turkey too, but it's not.
Turkey's overrated.
It's overrated, and that was another one. I'll admit, growing up, I hated turkey, so I never would eat turkey. And then I got to college, or maybe it was I got married to your sister, Vinny, and then she was like, "Yeah, you need to have some turkey." So I tried it.
Oh, that would sounds about right.
That sounds about right.
She forced you to have turkey.
Try new things. Yeah. So yeah, no, I do like turkey now. So I have no problem with that. But it's not like you said, Vinny. I don't know if I'd say. Oh, I guess it could be overrated, but it's not like, oh my God, I gotta have this. I'm more hitting the mashed potatoes and the pumpkin pie and stuffing I could take or leave. I don't know. I depends on the stuffing itself, but yeah, that's my 3 right there, Greg.
We're gonna come back to that one. Vinny, what are you eating?
Pumpkin pie with a ton of whipped cream.
Oh yeah,
there you go.
Let's see here. I got 2 more left. Ooh, that's tough.
What do you have to eat?
Right?
Must have.
Well, I'm gonna say mashed potatoes and gravy together as one.
Yes.
So I still got 1 more left. And gosh, this is a toss up between stuffing and turkey skin. Not turkey, but the skin of a turkey. All right. That Justin, you're turning your nose up at that. Have you ever had turkey skin?
Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah.
Now, do you like the stuff? You like the skin off the drumstick, Vinny? Any part whatsoever.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Are you guys white meat or dark meat?
Dark meat. White's too dry.
I don't really care, I guess, to be honest. I'll eat whatever.
Justin wants a cheeseburger.
I do. Yeah. give me. If you've ever spoken to my father, he would always say, "Hey, make it easy on yourself. Let's just order a pizza. Why make this big production of food?
Come over to your Thanksgiving, please."
Oh well, no, he never got it. He never got his way.
He never got his way.
No.
Like it's like my taco Christmas. Just never going to happen in this marriage. So.
Next marriage, maybe you'll be in good luck.
Yeah.
I always say to Erica, I'm marrying for money next time. So.
Final call, Vinny. You got to make one.
Turkey skin.
Turkey skin. There you go.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to simplify mine, guys. You gave me 3. I'm only going to give you 2.
Oh,
and pumpkin pie is fine, but I don't need it. I don't need your damn turkey. But like you, probably more similar to your list, Vinny. Well, you too, Justin. The mashed potatoes and gravy.
Yeah.
I need that. I mean, I could eat that right now. Anytime, any place I'm eating mashed potatoes and gravy. And
are you a big famous bowl guy then for KFC?
Oh,
sorry for the tangent there.
Have I ever had one?
Are you a big fan of those?
I've never had one.
Ooh.
What?
Yeah, I've never had one before.
They're delicious.
I've never had one. They look. I know what you're talking about.
Go pick yourself up one. You will be glad you did.
Have they been around a while? I guess I don't pay attention to KFC a lot. So
I know they've been around since I was in college.
Oh, okay.
But it's mashed potatoes, gravy. They put corn, and then they put fried chicken.
Fried chicken in there, yes.
Fried chicken bites.
Right, and there's like
so
gravy.
good.
There's like the gravy in there too, right?
Oh yeah, the gravy's right on top, and you just mix it all up. So
I've
good.
never had one from
I need to get one now.
I was like, hey, I gotta find a lot of KFCs are closing around here, and it's tragic.
Oh no,
so
that's awful.
Gotta make sure. Yeah. The other one is stuffing, guys. I am stuffed. Yes, give it to me. I mean, that is the time for it on Thanksgiving. I used to hate it as a kid, but I've grown to absolutely love it. I've loved it for a long time, and I'm looking forward to it because that is my staple on Thanksgiving.
Is it homemade stuffing or is it the
box stovers?
Oh no, not the stovetop stuff. It's homemade stuff.
Okay.
Whatever.
I like
stovetop's not terrible. Nothing not bashing stovetop. I'll make that anytime, but
it's a little drier though usually than the homemade stuff.
It is, yeah. I just add a little more butter in there, I suppose.
Yep.
So,
gotcha.
Those are my two guys. So if I'm forced to pick a third, this is really non-traditional, but my grandma didn't make homemade pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving because she didn't like it. Instead, she made banana cream pie for Thanksgiving, and
that could be good.
It was always amazing. Just homemade banana cream pie on Thanksgiving. What did you say?
Is that still being made?
No, it's not being. Well, my wife and my grandma passed like years ago.
Okay.
But my wife does make a very mean banana cream pie.
I've never had her banana cream pie.
I've never had Ashley's banana cream pie.
She usually makes it on my birthday because it's kind of like one of my favorite desserts because of my grandma.
Where the hell was that last weekend?
Yeah,
that's well. She didn't make it. Was her birthday. She doesn't like it. She makes it. She
should still make it.
She should still make it. You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
so,
very disappointed.
She also did a banana cream cheesecake once, which was amazing.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, that's kind of my thing. But yeah, that was my favorite growing up. So that's why kind of pumpkin pie hit me later in life, which I do absolutely love. But
tell her I want a banana cream cheesecake for my 35th birthday this year.
I thought you didn't like bananas.
Okay.
Or is it your wife
in a pie?
Like
if I can't taste the texture of the banana, we're good.
Oh, okay.
I like banana taste.
So it's a texture thing.
I got a lot of texture things. Like every morning I have a blueberry and banana smoothie, and then I blend that in there, and that's fine. I don't taste banana. They're too mushy. You want me to eat you. You don't need to be. Come on, stand up for yourself. Be a little firm. We don't need to be so mushy. Okay? You give me a banana chip. I'll eat a banana chip all day. I love those things. Those are great. They're not healthy or good for you, but I'll eat them.
I thought they were good for you. No
banana chips.
Everything's dehydrated
out of processed. So
do they dehydrate the nutrients off of them? I don't know.
Out of it. Yeah. Sorry, I'm derailing you. I'm just like
no, that's okay. That's what. I mean, this is very unstructured.
I'm the mayor of Flavortown right now.
I don't really have that many traditions, guys. I mean, story-wise, Thanksgiving it's all been pretty normal, I guess, growing up. I mean, I don't know if you guys have had Thanksgiving where a rice cooker is also on the table or on the floor besides the dining room table. No. So, well, you have some Asian in your family, don't you?
Yes. So I can give you two traditions. The one growing up, we would always alternate Thanksgivings between my mom's side and my dad's side. We would switch off each year. And on my dad's side, my one aunt, her family is from China. So for Thanksgiving, we have all the typical traditional Thanksgiving stuff, and then we have a bunch of Chinese food too. And oh my God, between the egg rolls and sticky rice and
you like sticky rice, Justin?
Love sticky rice.
Oh, man, you could come over to my Thanksgiving, man. You can have my portion.
I love that.
I give you all my share.
My aunt's mom makes extra just for me. So between that and then my aunt's sister is really good at making macaroons, which I had never really gotten into macaroons, but holy cow, those are amazing. What a great dessert that is. The other tradition actually has nothing to do with Thanksgiving. It's the day after Thanksgiving. My family and my family's friends This will be the 22nd year. We all get together, we make a bunch of appetizers, and we watch Christmas movies all day. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's just another excuse to get, gorged out on food and sit around and do nothing. And then, Black Friday shop online in the process. So
There you go.
Those
Nice.
are my two traditions.
What about you, Vinny?
Boy, watching football is probably one.
Yeah.
We're always watching that.
Well, especially with your dad.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. That's got to be on. The day before Thanksgiving is what the Freeport or the Illinois State. I think it's the day before. Maybe it's the day after. It's the day
Football
after
championship?
the Illinois, championship. So we always watch that. That'd be on the TV. But we'd always get our Christmas tree the day after. That was our big thing. Day after Thanksgiving, we'd get a Christmas tree until the Christmas tree fell on me, and then we would set up the fake Christmas tree. So, that was fun. But yeah, other things we did. We used to watch, like when I was in high school, we'd watch like the Friends Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just we watched that. I swam in high school, so a lot of it I was having to swim the next day.
That sounds
and
awful.
stuff like that. So yeah, I never did like the Black Friday shopping when I got old enough. And so yeah, never really took advantage of that because I would be too busy in a pool swimming laps. So yeah,
Burning off the Thanksgiving meal within
right.
a couple of like a meat or something, I'm sure. So
yep.
I got to give a shout, guys, too. I know you guys are a big fan of this movie, but Planes, Trains, and Automobiles
I just watched it today.
is a movie that I love all the time, but especially watch around Thanksgiving, as it can be classified as a Thanksgiving movie since it takes place around the season. So, I mean,
Such a good movie.
Obviously one of my all-time favorites, and definitely could have been on all of our lists for top 80s movies.
Oh, without a doubt.
I know we left it out for holiday reasons, but something I'll probably be watching tomorrow, tonight, the next day, either way. So, I know you mentioned before Black Friday, Vinny. I actually, and I'll get to it in a second. I mean, I was actually never a big Black Friday guy. I had one really extreme year, and I'll get to that in a second. But other than that, it was just kind of, it's really not too interesting. A year or two ago, my wife and I bought a new vacuum on Black Friday. So that was a very spousal marriage style purchase.
You get a Bed Bath & Beyond or Home Depot?
We went to Kohl's, actually.
Wow.
Believe it or not.
Okay.
So they had a good deal over there. And then growing up, I think we got our TV in the living room one year on Black Friday when we first moved in.
Nice.
But growing up, it was just a couple of games here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Back when I was just buying one title or two titles and then would actually play it.
Yeah.
What's that like again, Greg?
I don't know. We'll get to that in a second. You guys
Okay.
got anything on Black Friday? Vinny, I know you said you were in the pool, but what about you, Justin?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I have never gone to the stores on Friday or on Thursday night. That has never appealed to me. I don't want to be with large crowds.
Shocking.
I don't like lots of people. I'm very antisocial.
Or remember, you see all these videos, too, that used to come out of people rushing to get $12 crock pots.
Trampling each
Yeah,
other.
it's like there is nothing I want that badly. Like, would it be great to get a TV for like 75% off? Yeah, but am I going to risk life and limb and getting trampled by some asshole that wants it more than me? No.
Right, exactly.
I am, and again, the reason I think I don't care is a lot of those deals, besides the doorbusters, you can get them all online. And if you know what you're looking for, like,
now,
I will admit, and we've talked about this, I still, even at 34, almost 35, I enjoy playing video games. So the only thing that gets me excited on Black Friday is cheapassgamer.com, great podcast and website. I send it to Greg every year. They put together a massive Google sheet of all the games on sale and what stores they're at. And I think I get more excitement just scrolling through the list, looking at like, oh, that's a good deal. That's a good deal. And then not buying any of them. So this year, I'm not buying anything. I'm more excited. There's a couple cool hockey Are those all games you bought from last year?
Speaking of the list, Justin, I wanted to get to a couple of things right here. Since you've shared that with me,
yes,
I'll let you finish up. But yeah, some of the things that
good Lord,
do
man,
dangerous things. So
and it's like when these games that are normally $60 and now for PS5 they're $70, but when you see them on sale for $20 to $30, it's like, well, I'm kind of losing money if I don't buy these now. So.
Oh, you're preaching to the choir here, my friend. That's my whole.
So I feel like I feel like a drug dealer enabling
bankrupt.
you by sending you that link, Greg, and being like, "Hey, Greg, look at this," and then you buy more. So don't tell Ashley; she's going to come hit me next time she sees me.
Well, hopefully she doesn't listen all the way through or watch
she quit listening hours ago.
Yeah.
So.
Anything to add to Black Friday, Vinny? Before I show what Justin has done to my life right here.
Oh, come on now. That's
all
rough.
right. So, hey, I never said I was mad at you.
No, okay, well that's good.
Yeah,
that's
good. I think you've improved it. So
that's true.
So you mentioned a list before, Justin. I didn't know that was done by Cheap Ass Gamer.
Yes,
I didn't know they had a podcast.
Their podcast has been going on since 2006. I've been listening to it since like 2008. Yeah,
that's incredible. I got to go check them out.
Yeah, they're a good podcast.
So they did that list. It's a Google sheet with all the deals,
every year,
stores, every platform. I'm like, hey, whoa, this is great. Then it got a little too great for me because I just realized how many titles I actually wanted, and it was snowing a lot last year before Black Friday, so it was kind of bringing in the dough a little bit. But I'm going to kind of go through what Black Friday was for me last year in the gaming, in the gaming world. So I know some of these have been on the backlog. I'll just flip through them right here.
Deliver Us the Moon. Oh, I've never even heard of that. All right. Last of Us Part 2. That came out this year or last year. I don't remember.
You keeping count, Vinny?
That's 2.
2.
Mafia Definitive Edition. That's a good game. I beat that this year. Greg, you got to play Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. It's so good.
Hey, was that the original?
They remade it.
Remake.
Okay.
It's got the soundtrack. Greg, that's another one. Jedi Fallen Order. You got to play that.
That's another.
I need someone to talk to about these games.
Tony Hawk. That was a complete soundtrack too.
Yes, they have the original, all the original hits in there. Yeah, new music too. It's so cool.
Take a lesson.
Here's Superman by Goldfinger and stuff.
Yes.
Yep.
Take a lesson in that GTA Definitive Edition.
Yeah. Death Stranding. Oh, I heard that's a really messed up game. Man, Outer Worlds, that's not bad. Man, how many did you buy last? Jesus. Ghost of Tsushima, great game. Play it already.
They just fell off the table.
That's another game I need to know. I need to have somebody to talk to. Maneater, that's okay. It's not bad. I beat that last year. Or this year. I don't know. 2K21, I think that was just on PlayStation Plus.
Most of them are on PlayStation Plus now. They're given away for free. Uh-oh.
Oh, Star Wars Squadrons. That's a good game too, especially in VR. Madden 21. Madden 22 is out now, Greg.
Yeah, I know.
Doom Eternal. That's not bad. I think we've talked about that one. Yeah. Wow. You bought those all
13.
last year?
13. How many of these games do you think I've played?
0.
No, it's higher than 0.
2.
It's less than 2.
1. Oh God.
Which one did you open up and play?
You guys want to take a guess? I know you probably don't remember it, but it's probably the worst one out of the bunch. If that does anything to you,
I have no idea. What'd you play?
It's almost sacrilegious. It's almost
you
sacrilegious.
Played Madden out of all those?
It's almost
Greg,
sacrilegious.
There's so many
right
good
now.
games in that list. Well,
I think they're all better than Madden. So,
yeah, I think you're right.
Either way, that was just a visual reflection on my Black Friday last year because most of them were pretty cheap. So, that list is dangerous. But this year, I haven't done anything. So I haven't bought any either. I made progress in my rehab, if that's what you call it. But technically, Black Friday hasn't started yet, though, so that could all be bullshit true. By the time this recording is over.
That's very true.
There it is, the backlog live, the Black Friday backlog live for you on our Thanksgiving podcast. So
very nice.
Any other Thanksgiving things, guys? Before
do you guys want to go through the people that wrote in? A few people wrote in. Yes. Vinny or Greg, you guys want to take the first one? I'll take Erica's then.
Go ahead, Vinny.
Melissa writes in and says, I need Joey from Friends Thanksgiving pants. I think we all do on Thanksgiving. Yep. Those are the greatest pants alive. They expand at the waist.
Very nice. Erica wrote in, pumpkin pie, get in my belly. Honestly, anything and everything that her dad makes is amazing. She said, I'm sure Vinny will also mention this, but our family watching all the Friends Thanksgiving episodes and playing the States game where we all film. Yeah,
that was fun.
Erica's geography is not.
Yeah, not good.
It's subpar.
It's bad.
Same as Ashley's. Is that?
I still remember one year I gave when I taught 8th grade social studies, I gave everybody the Constitution test on Thanksgiving, and I think Erica got a C. So she passed. I think my sister got a D. She said also in high school, her mom, her sister, and her aunt and her cousins would wake up early and go shopping, grab some lunch, and then head back home. So she said that. Also, best Friends Thanksgiving episodes. I got to go the football episode where they play football in the park.
Yep.
And then also the one with Brad Pitt where he comes back and he hates Jennifer Aniston. I think that's a good one too. So. Yeah,
I think that's the one with Joey's pants.
That's the Joey's pants episode. Yep, you're right.
Yep.
I do like that States one too, because in that when the young guy comes over too, and Chandler goes, "Hey, you are new."
Yeah.
We got Rose wrote in and said WGN is having an all Friends Thanksgiving on this Thursday at 1 p.m.
Cool.
I feel like being home the last couple weeks, Friends is on like all day, every day on like a variety of channels now. It's like on TBS and Comedy Central and WGN.
I don't get those stations.
Oh, sorry. Okay, never mind. Vinny, you want to take your mom's comment here?
Yep. Lynn writes in, Vince makes a mean turkey. My dad, not me. Stuffing, mashed potatoes, and gravy, and the best cranberries in a can and not mushed up. My grandmother, when she was staying with us one year, one of the things that we used to have or still have is canned cranberry jelly. Do you guys ever have that?
I know of it.
Yeah.
My sister was like a huge fan of it, Ashley.
Why do you think I know about it?
Yeah, exactly. And one year when my grandma was living with us, she took them out of the can and just started mashing them up, and no one stopped her, but no one knew why she was mashing them up. And she just started mashing them and no one stopped her. And then we just kind of like all looked around like, this is kind of gross. No one wants to eat this now. I don't think it was really touched. We like everybody slices it up, and that's the way we eat it. It's weird that no one wanted to touch them when they were mushed up, but I don't know. It was funny. Let me keep going on. If I digress. Vinny, I can explain that. Yep, I'm pulling a Justin here and reading exactly what's written.
Sorry.
This year I asked the kids for their favorite side dish. So she's making asparagus, cream spinach, Snicker apple salad, and green bean casserole, and of course lots of appetizers. Yeah, way too many appetizers.
Yes.
We eat, and then
I think we're bringing two
meal
for Thanksgiving. So I mean,
you're bringing two.
We're bringing two. Yeah, there's gonna be like 50. So.
Yeah, and then we're bringing one. So yeah, this
I would have happily made a side dish, but they said appetizers. So
yeah, and then
I'm looking forward to everything.
I know. Then she finishes up by saying, finding our Christmas tree at the farm and coming home to decorate it with Charlie Brown and Garfield Christmas TV shows on the day after Thanksgiving. So,
my mom wrote in. She said, we're very fortunate. We get to go to visit our family. That would be my aunt and uncle in Lockport, which is just west of Chicago, which it's awesome. We get our traditional Thanksgiving stuff, and then we get a bunch of awesome Chinese food as well. Like what I said earlier, her favorite tradition is the day after when we get together with family friends, we watch a bunch of Christmas movies and eat a bunch of junk food. And she said when we were little, my sister and I, we used to watch the Thanksgiving parade with her, and she used to really enjoy that. And then lastly, we have two from some coworkers of mine. Michelle wrote in and said she's got some really great stuffing. She said it's pretty amazing. And Brenda also wrote in and said she loves her stuffing, and she has the best sweet potato recipe ever. I will admit, I am not a big sweet potato guy. I don't know about you guys.
It's hit or miss for me, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't really. I'm more interested about the stuff. I want like a Michelle versus Brenda stuffing.
Yeah, I might have to ask them for their
so.
recipes, and we'll put them to the test here a little bit.
Ooh,
so
that sounds good.
Yep.
I'm ready.
Yeah. So I guess that is it, unless you guys got something else you want to add to this Thanksgiving extravaganza.
That is all I have for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Greg, I want a full rundown of what you buy online video game wise next week.
Hey, I gotta buy some stuff for the truck. So I'm really gonna resist.
Oh,
And now it's I think my kids are at the age where I can pawn off of buying the video games for them. And then
There you
just
I want to say there was a bunch of
Nintendo.
Nintendo Switch games for sale too this week.
Yeah, but it's the thing about Nintendo Switch games is like it's on sale, but
for
it's
like
not
$40.
It's like a real sale. It's like $5 off.
Exactly. It's not really that great.
It's not close. So because Nintendo just doesn't go on sale.
Ooh, Mario and Rabbids is $15. That's a good game.
Oh, you told me about that.
That's a really good one. All right. Well, Vinny, you got any other Thanksgiving stuff you want to share, or are you all good?
I guess another tradition would be trying to fake fall asleep while other people are doing the dishes. I believe my sister is very.
She always
good
had
at
a stomach ache. Didn't she always have a stomach ache after?
Stomach ache, or she just have to lay down and wouldn't be able to assist us with doing that. Yep. So that's always another family tradition. Someone's
good strategy.
Fall asleep. I did that one year. I fell asleep. And then I woke up and I saw people were doing the dishes, so I just closed my eyes and just laid there.
I want to say
and listen to the football game.
Was it one of the Thanksgivings that we were all together that we played a game of Monopoly that lasted like 3 hours? Or was that Christmas?
I want to say it was Christmas, but maybe
it could have been. Yeah, I can't. I remember
because that was we were like beg, borrow, and we got really into that game.
Oh, there were deals
and
happening.
Erica refuses to play Monopoly ever again with us because of that too. So.
Well, she likes the junior Monopoly.
Yeah,
right?
okay. Yeah, that sucks. Let's be realistic. The board is like this big and plastic money or something.
I still got to bring over my vintage Star Wars Monopoly, like the good one, like the real good one.
That would be pretty cool. So. All right. Well, before we wrap up, just a reminder, if you would like to contact us, you can look on YouTube, search baseball and whatever, leave us a comment. You can tweet us at baseball and what. You can email us at baseballandwhatever@gmail.com or baseball and whatever podcast at bellyupsports.com. You can also leave us a voicemail or a text at 913-808-3278. Once again, that is 913-808-FART. Feel free, if you listen to us on Apple, go on Apple and leave us a 5-star review if you think we do a decent job. That would really help us raise in the rankings so more people see the podcast and it's surfaced to them. And yeah, I think that's it. Oh, by the way, we still have merchandise. If you would like to buy a t-shirt, a long sleeve tee, a baseball tee, or a pullover hoodie, go to bonfire.com/baseball and whatever.
Or a coffee mug.
Or a coffee mug.
Yes.
Thank you very much. If you scroll down to the bottom, I'm on the site right now. There's a section that says more from this seller. And there is a beautiful baseball and whatever coffee mug that Vinny designed. It's a nice white mug with our logo, which is orange and black and white. And you can get that for the low price of $11.67. So there's your Black Friday shopping right there, folks.
Yeah.
And also thank you to all the people. We have sold like more than 20 items. Granted, some of those are ours and some of our friends and family have bought things, but also some listeners actually bought stuff and messaged me saying, hey, I wanted to support you guys. So thank you very much. It means a lot. We appreciate it. Thank you for keeping this goofy ass podcast going. We will be back next week with episode 34. Who the hell knows what the topic will be, but we will be sure to let you know. And until then, we will see you next week. Have a great Thanksgiving. Have a fun Black Friday. Don't get trampled. Gobble gobble.
Just do it. Just do it all online.
Yeah, do it all online
anyway. So don't even. I bought all this shit just from sitting on my ass. So
you don't even need a computer. You just do it on your phone now. It's
exactly. You can sit on the John and do it.
Whether you shop, whether you eat, whatever you do, have a good time, and we will see you all next week. Bye, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
See ya.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.